Hello? Oh, snap, I forgot. I forgot that I was going live. Hold on. Did I set up the mic correctly? You think after doing this a couple of times I'd get better at this, but what's going on, everybody? Hold on, let me pull this up here. All right, let me check out the chat. What's going on, everybody? Doing a little celebration stream. April's sleeping, so I get to be on stream by myself today. But yeah. Some of you may have seen the news. Some of you might not. Um, it's funny. I already got a dislike on my video. Man, some people are haters. All right. The comments are coming flying in. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Thursday night. It's nice and sunny and warm on the East Coast. Well, at least where I live. But yeah, I've known for about 2 weeks now, a little bit more than 2 weeks that I'll be joining Microsoft. And I want to say dream come true, but I think that it's a little bit more of like, I don't know. When I started this channel, it was never the goal. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway. Countered by the 13. April's sleep. She got her first dose of her vaccine today. And she's like passed out now, so that's probably why she's not here. But yeah. What was the story? Oh yeah. So anyway, YouTube channel. Yeah. So having this channel was a big part of like landing the role, which was cool. And there was like several interviews, obviously, like these big tech interviews. They're always like several and super long. But what was cool was at every stage of each interview, they would bring up different videos or different things that I've made and worked on. And I was able to speak to every single thing because obviously I made the whole thing, right? I made Inside Out. And it was just cool, man. I stress this point so much. Start a YouTube channel. Let me. Well, I wanted to quickly touch on leaving A Cloud Guru. I have so much love for that team. I've made friends there that I know I'm gonna have for like the rest of my career. And my boss there was fantastic. Like, it's gonna suck not working with her. Yeah, it was what I always said that I would only leave ACG if it was for Microsoft, and it happened a lot sooner than I thought it would. But shout out to them. All right, let me see. Y'all are killing it with the comments. I appreciate it. Mark Benson, love your channel. Thank you. Today is just like the appreciation day, honestly. I'm just gonna try to thank you all. Winter Mute, I know you've been watching since I had like nobody watched, nobody listened. So I appreciate you too. Hey Jeremy. Nice hat. Thank you. I got this. We have a new this FYE store. It's new to our mall, and they sell like a bunch of these cool hats. I got this other one. Look at this one. This I think that is a bubble tea. Yeah, I got this one too, and I picked up another one, like a NASA hat there. But as you all know, I'm a big fan of hats. Because we've been studying for the AZ900 for the past couple of months, switched from AWS to Azure. I'd like to hear more about why you switched from AWS to Azure. We'll talk about that. Obviously, I'm biased. Congrats. Thank you. I'm trying to go on to. Oh my God, Microsoft, that is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted like I remember the recruiter. So what was funny was I do the interviews and I do my last interview. I think it was on like a Tuesday, and I didn't hear back. And for I think another 2 days, the recruiter he just emails me. Super cool guy, Chris. Huge shout out to you. You're freaking amazing. But anyway, um, emails me like, "Hey Gwen, do you have a couple of minutes tomorrow to discuss your results?" He said it in a way in that way, and I was just like, "Man, what happened? Did I get it? Did I not get it?" So I get that email, and then the next day it was in the afternoon where we had our discussion, and I called him out on it. I was like, "Why'd you send that email in a way where I was like had a doubt, like doubting like what was the result actually?" Um, but yeah, and then he said, "Yeah, we'd love to make you an offer," and I just like froze for like a quick second. Like I try to be like stoic as often as I can. You know, I try not to let like my emotions get the best of me in the moment. But like that moment, I almost lost it. Like it was surreal. Yeah, that was cool. Uh, your channel got me interested in cloud computing. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it, so I'm glad you do too. Definitely love everything you do. Thank you. Um, Congratulations from Australia, the most humble, down to earth cloud channel I know of. Thank you, dude. These are the comments that I like. I care about. I don't necessarily try to be the smartest person, nor do I want to be. I just want y'all to understand that if you want a career here, like there's a way to get in. It's not going to be the same for everybody, and what I do may not work for you, but I know that there's a possibility for everyone, and I'm just trying to make it more like known, I guess. But I appreciate your comment. Thank you, thank you. The role is cloud advocate. When you have time, can you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I plan on doing a bunch of behind the scene content about my role, like day in the life, like where I'll actually be working out of. Talking a little bit more about the interview stuff and all that kind of thing. Talking about things that helped me actually land the interview. I actually got recommended by two people from inside of Microsoft, so I didn't just apply. Um, so having the recommendations absolutely helped. Um, yeah. Anyway, there's a bunch of topics that I'll talk about um, in like videos or live streams and such. How long the process? So, uh, like I want to say like maybe 6 weeks from like the first conversation of like, hey, this is what the role is, then to getting an offer. More like 5 weeks. Uh, I'm an IT government contractor, and with the DoD investing, I decided to go to Action. Of course, you said great things as well. I don't remember if I reached out to you on Twitter a long time. Oh man, I try to. I don't specifically remember this conversation, um, but I'm glad. I try to respond to all my Twitter DMs. It's hard though to keep up. Cloud advocates, cloud advocacy, elbow cough. Oh, it doesn't show the emojis on here. Hey, I like how these questions still come up. What program? But I can answer these now. So let's see. Hi, what programming language do I need to learn to become a cloud engineer? There isn't one specific, but just go with the most popular one for the cloud platform that you're learning. And if you can't decide, honestly, I think you can't go wrong with Python or .NET. One of those two. Rishab's most happy besides you. Yeah, Rishab's been my friend for a while, and we've been through I think a lot in terms of career and just like human beings. Um, so of course he's gonna be super happy. What do you use to make these awesome streams? I use StreamYard. Wait, do you mean like the software or like the equipment? Because the software is StreamYard. You put in the work for the community around you in a humble way, and now you landed an ops opportunity big tag. Yeah, it's wild. It feels quick in a way. Yeah, but thank you. Um, what does the job involve? Yeah, so how do I put this in like a straightforward way? I guess uh, I pretty much get to show off awesome Azure services, and not just Azure, but like Visual Code, GitHub, um, Microsoft things, and that'll be via live streams or in person events soon. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I am moving tomorrow. I gotta go see, but I'll look at the stream in the morning. All right, Caroline, have a good night, and thank you for hanging out. Loads of learning content for both. Hell to the yeah, I'm happy. So as cliche as it sounds, like a win, it's like in a way a win for the community too, because I don't have fancy credentials, or I don't have like big companies on my resume or anything like that, and I kind of like paves my own path, I guess. So if anything, it's an example that maybe not everybody, but I guess anybody could do it. Yeah. Interesting. Loads of streamers use OBS. Yeah, so I use OBS when I want to just stream to like Twitch or YouTube and I want to have like custom audio inputs and all that kind of stuff. But if I just want to hop on and like do this face to camera, like one person, or I'll have like a guest on, I'll use StreamYard because it's easy. You just send a link, basically set your mic, set your camera, and then you're live readily. That's it. That's all you have to do. But for more like advanced things, I'll use like more advanced scenarios. I'll use OBS or Streamlabs OBS. That's the one I always use. So that would be, yeah. So on their platforms, but the cool thing is, I can share like anything pretty much on my own channel too. But what I'm excited is to share more of the behind the scenes of the role on my channel. So like day in the life type of content, or maybe if possible like an office tour, or like a reactor tour. I don't know if y'all saw the pictures of the New York City reactor, but I'll be there. That would be cool. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know if I'll do tutorials as frequent on my channel, but we'll see. Is it similar to Tierney's role? I think Tierney's a developer advocate, which is a little bit more focused on like a specific language. So I guess that would be the difference. I've seen your bonding with both in LinkedIn and YouTube. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I like to surround myself with people that not only push me, but also allow me to push them, and like have my back. Because it's hard to find people like that. It's hard to find people that will support you and genuinely believe in you. And that's like the amazing thing with the internet and Twitter and social media. Like I've found people who have complete strangers and that just believed in me and have become friends. Like for example, Rishab and Alf and people like them. And and those are the people that I'm going to always support and always be grateful for their support. El camino así es. Yeah. I'm happy for you. You're a motivation for this community. Yeah. Someone the other day used the term role model. I'm not gonna lie, it like adds a lot of pressure. But heck, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to do like the best that I can for sure. Day in the life content would be dope. Absolutely, I'm excited to do that. I mean, the benefit I have is like I already know YouTube, so like I don't have to learn that, so I can really just focus on creating like cool content. I'm talking about like YouTube's my YouTube specifically. I have no idea what I'm getting into as a cloud advocate at there, but I'll learn. You're getting a free service. um, Probably. I don't think I've ever used the service, so I'm excited to to see how it works. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up with all my notifications. Anyone in the chat who wants to like come on stream? I'm tired of talking to myself. Let me Rishab, if you're there, more than welcome to join. Congratulations, wish me luck. I have a couple interviews coming up, not MS, but cloud roles. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if I think companies are like hiring more in this time of year or something, because a couple of people have told me that they're interviewing currently. So that's awesome. Good luck to you. Be yourself. Be confident. And yeah, you got this. You did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Yeah. Yeah, it was I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. But you've influenced and helped a lot of people as well. I can't what? Why did that got cut off? I think. And I knew you would join with all of these Azure. You know what I'll say is that the Azure videos did a big part of course of landing things, but I think doing like the stuff that I started doing towards the end of last year, and a little bit like in mid last year, which like the video essays and talking about experiences and kind of just like being myself, really, those helped a lot too, because they allowed me to express and like show my character. um and when you're in an interview, people aren't only interested in your technical skill set, but also who you are as a human being, because no one wants to work with like an asshole, right? So yeah, very grateful for that. I started this channel. My lecturer confused me when he showed me how the Surface Mouse turns on. Have you seen that? And Scott Hanselman used in his build demo, like presentation, that awesome like kind of skit thing that they did. They have like that big Surface, like that kind of looks like a flat screen TV, but it's like massive. I want one of those. Those things look so cool. I'm not saying I'm gonna get one or like they'll give me one, but I'm just saying it's so cool. I've started my cloud journey after seeing you both guys. I'm learning now at AWS SAA. Solutions Architect Associate. Nice. That's a good one. Congratulations. Thank you, Tiago. All right, here we go. You have helped a lot of people with every kind of content you put out. Thank you. Congrats. I probably should have put the role in the title, but cloud advocate. And thank you on your kind words. Love seeing you shout your success from the rooftops. It feels, I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of weird, but in a way I wanted to celebrate, I guess, with people on this channel, because it's a big part. Like, this channel is a big part of it, and the people on here are a big part of it. Hold on, let me get a link to. One second. I'm trying to send a link to Rishab. Here we go. I wish Alf was available. I remember it used to be streams that's like just Rishab and Alf, or just Alf, myself, just Rishab myself, and it was just like 2 people watching us. That's crazy. Growth. In a way, I'm very happy that kind of like my whole journey is on this channel, really. When I was cutting together that montage for the video that I just published, I like go back to that first video that I made. I was like, wow, the things that I've learned. Yeah, that thing, that massive surface thing. That thing is so cool. I want to get one of those. May I ask what you're using to put from YouTube? Oh yeah, so this is StreamYard. StreamYard will let you have multiple, like, all your chat comments in one, so you can just show them on the screen. I just joined Big G myself. Is that Google? Yo, that's crazy. Well, let's do this one. I always like this view better. Is Big G Google? I think
I
this.
hope so.
I just joined Big G myself. We're making it out here.
Yeah, huge. Congrats, GPS.
Yeah.
No, it's really great to see.
Isn't it crazy?
It is. But I feel so happy now.
Yeah.
No, I'm really happy for you. Do you remember we talked about this role?
Yeah, you want to know how this happened? So it's interesting. It's because of you, because you sent me that description, right?
Mhm.
And you asked me like, hey, I want to talk to like someone who's in this
Yep.
role about it, and I didn't know who that was. So I reached out to Code Beast and I told him like, hey, I'm actually gonna read it because I don't remember exactly what it was, but I reached out to Code Beast and I told him, hold on, I said it here. Where is it? Okay, so I said, hey friend, I need some help. Then I sent him the link that you sent me. I said, I have some questions about this role. Do you know who I could ask? Because I was trying to figure it out for you.
Yep.
Right. And then he's like, hey friend, it's cool. And I went to sleep after that. He says, I'm gonna ask Simona, who is his manager, and I'll get back to you. Then he says, I found the hiring manager. I messaged him about you, told you exciting things about you. And then Simona said, once you apply, she'll speak to him about you too. And like, I did not want to apply. I swear I wasn't interested in applying. I was just asking for you to see who I could get. Like, so then I was like, all right, might as well.
For sure.
And then it kind of just all
like, fell into the right
place, right time, and went like pretty. Though the process was, I guess, I mean, longer than what I'm used to because I've never interviewed at like a large place. But yeah, it was like maybe 5 weeks or so. But it was crazy. Okay. Like I didn't look for it. I didn't, and like I didn't ask. I don't know. I guess just I don't know. No, I don't really know.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Here's a funny question. Do you think Cloud Guru is worth it? I don't. So Brian, I used to work at ACG. I mean, it's kind of weird to say I used to because it was Monday was my last day there. What I will say is that I think they just lowered their prices. Yeah. I think where they're at now is extremely affordable, and like I'm probably, I don't know if I still have access to my account, which would be great, but I'll probably sign up and like keep adding because they're adding like a bunch of like stuff outside of AWS and Azure content, which is great. And I'm always going to say amazing things about them. So I think they're absolutely worth it. What kind of content do you think you'll be pushing on a channel in the future with this new role? Oh man, that's a good question. I want to say like for the beginning, it's probably going to be like behind the scenes stuff. So obviously I'm going to be moving. I think the process of moving might be something that I want to document. Once I'm more comfortable in the role, probably some day in the life kind of stuff. I want to talk a little bit more about like the interview process, things that I did that did help me, and those kind of things. And then there's probably going to be a lot of Azure content. For sure. A lot of like services that I just want to play around. Maybe some live coding. I can like go back to that kind of stuff too. Yeah, but you know, who knows? I'm probably gonna be extremely busy for a while until I get adapted and all that kind of stuff. Did you see that Scott Hanselman build demo that they did, like the skit?
Yeah.
Wasn't that amazing?
It was. I was showing it to my girlfriend. She loved it, even though she's like not in tech. Yeah. Because she's on TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Like, I don't have the app itself and the account.
Hmm.
And when Scott posted like the original TikTok where he was going to the Bill
Oh, right,
live,
right, 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 right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
a month ago or something. So I showed her that. She was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, he's good. Like, he's good at speaking and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah,
I mean,
he's the
he's done
goat."
it.
Yeah,
He's like the technical speaker. Like he's done it for, I don't know,
yeah,
like 15 years now.
yeah. So yeah, I was really excited to see like the entire event, and I'm pretty excited to see where the TikTok video goes
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this, like where it fits, and it
yeah.
was awesome. Um,
Honestly,
yeah,
like that kind of content is just like, we need more of that, because
mhm,
that's how you make it accessible to everyone, right?
yeah,
There's always going to be space for your in-depth like content and super technical content, of course,
hmm,
but there's also this new space that people want more of, and then
for sure.
I feel like I tap into it a little bit, but like Scott's like,
Hmm.
that's the goat right there.
Yeah,
Oh, anyway, here I got my summer intern on DevOps. Thank you for your content that helped. Congrats. We're celebrating everyone today. Here's one for you. Good to see you. Do you know this person? They've been talking about you.
I think I know them from Twitter. I could be wrong, Twitter or LinkedIn,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I saw some comments. Hell yeah, I'm happy for her.
That's that's what I was saying. Like, I've made some internet friends like you, off, and a couple other people. It's like genuine friendship.
Hmm.
Like if we're ever in like a place together, we'll go out and we'll have dinner together, that kind of thing. Like,
For
we
sure.
support each other. We, like, behind the scenes, we talk a lot and things like that. Um, and like we were strangers, and like we were
Oh,
kind of
definitely.
put together out of nowhere, and like,
Hmm.
I think maybe like a year ago now. Was it like?
Yeah, it was. I think it was almost a year ago. Um, yeah, this is May, right? Yeah, I think April was the month when we kind of started with 100 Days of Cloud.
Yeah.
And you were like starting to put out a lot of content on Twitch and YouTube. And I
Yeah.
remember those Tony Hawk streams. I think
Oh,
that's
man.
how we bonded. I
Yeah.
think because there were like only 3 or 4 people,
Mhm.
and then I think we kind of started gaming together. Where Alf suggested new game like every 8 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we did use the game together. What happened to that? I think
I,
Alf got super busy because he like moved
yeah,
and stuff
with
like that,
yeah,
and that kind of got in the way. Um,
but yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, just like a wild year. Remember, we were talking about this the other day, but like we would be on Twitch or something, and it would only be like 2 people in the chat, 3 people in the chat.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just glad. I'm glad I never stopped. How many interviews? Interviews for me. So it was. I think it was like 2 kind of like informal conversations just about the role. Those were like an hour with like different people, and then the proper interview, I want to say, was like 4 rounds, an hour each.
Okay.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
this is Fang level stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's I thought it was intense. The last round, because like I said, it's not only like the technical skill set that they're like asking
Mhm,
you stuff about.
mhm.
It's also like, you don't want to be like low energy, like Anson. You got
Oh
to be
no,
like,
yeah.
hey, like, yeah, this is me. This is what I do, and then you got to speak to things, and that kind of stuff. So it's exhausting. I know Michael. He said this already in his Twitter, so I think I could say that.
Yeah.
And then Michael has been on a streams talking about this, but he just landed an advocate role at AWS,
Mhm.
and he was also talking about how he had to do like, I think it was 5 interviews or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's crazy, crazy stuff. The student discount is also nice. Yeah, I don't actually know how much the student discount is, but I know they do have one. I think this is in ACG. They're talking about. I love the red hack trailer, but that just got added. Yeah, I have no idea of the stuff that they added. Do you have an ACG account?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. Here's one. People in cloud are more certified in AWS and Azure than Google, which I don't see too many people have any thoughts. Do you have Google certs?
No. I did prepare for one and then I just gave up. Um, I think it depends on the location, especially like where you're working. I've seen people only certified in Google, um, because that's the cloud that is like majority of the businesses use in a
Mhm.
particular location. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I think Azure and AWS are kind of the market leaders right now in most of the locations that I have been to. Um,
Yeah, for AWS is definitely still the leader, but I think that's just because they were in on it earlier.
yeah.
I think with what Azure, again, I'm going to be biased, but with you can the thing about Azure and the difference I think is you can clearly see that they're investing like what they
Oh,
make, they're investing into education
definitely.
for people like developers or like anyone who wants to get into like Microsoft Learn is amazing. Free recertification, like all
Hmm.
this content that they put out, all this stuff like's out there. They do the training days often, all this
Yep.
kind of stuff. And you think about it like GitHub, Microsoft,
Hmm.
Visual Code, Microsoft,
Microsoft. Yep.
Azure. I tweeted this the other day. Like those three things it's like an amazing combo right there.
Hmm.
Look at .NET. Look at where
Oh yeah.
.NET is at now. You got Blazor, you got Maui, you got the .NET platform itself. It's all right. So this is gonna turn into obviously an Azure stream, but I don't think you can go wrong. And
Definitely not.
I can also speak from their community, like how easy it is to get some kind of answer about something if you're active on social media. Um, and like they're just always willing to help. That's an amazing part too.
Oh,
But
definitely.
to be fair, AWS does that too. Like I speak like people like Nader and Ali and people like them are just open to all the time answering questions. So I think they're pretty even there. But
Yeah.
yeah, GCP. You know what I think about GCP is like I think they just don't want to make it like an industry leader because they have the money.
Oh,
But
definitely.
Google makes so much money from search and stuff like I just think like, hey, we'll keep GCP here. Yeah, it's a thing, but like we don't really care to make it anything bigger. That's what I feel like. They
Hmm.
just don't care to try.
Yeah. And yeah, recently I've seen them like a lot in the news. They landed some big deals, with big enterprises. So yeah, it's definitely there. It's just that, like you said, that they're not pushing hard enough to be out there.
Yeah, maybe they don't
Um,
care. They have too much money.
yeah, but yeah, for Azure, hands down, like I'm not biased like GPS because I have been working in AWS for 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, when I started posting out stuff about Azure that I'm trying to learn it,
Yeah.
especially on Twitter and LinkedIn, like the community part of it was amazing. Like I think I'm part of 4 user groups that are like in Europe, but they were so welcoming, and like just my learning journey and my growth,
Hmm.
even with my blog, it's been amazing, and I think Azure played like a huge part in it, and just the people behind it,
Hmm.
and not
That's
just
good to hear.
technically. I think I was on this user group call organized by John or Johnny Chips,
Hmm.
and there was this guy from Microsoft who was showing us the Azure data center,
Ah, cool.
and like how much money they're investing in like energy and stuff
Hmm.
to like make it more greener and like less carbon footprint.
Yeah.
And they have like a 30-year plan already in their mind, which is
Hmm.
just crazy. And which was like a lot. I was impressed by how much they're not just thinking about like just the technology side of things, but
Yeah.
also like the planet and the community part of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to hear that like because I never made AWS content. Like I
Hmm.
always though it was like the first cloud that I sort of had
Yep.
learned, I guess. I never made any AWS content until I joined ACG. And even when I was there, I didn't want to make AWS content. I would tell them, like, no, I don't want to do this, but I ended up having to. Oh, and it was just like straight into Azure stuff. So
Hmm.
it's good to hear that like you've seen growth because of it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And even like when I got like MVP, like it was people were just like so eager to help.
Hmm.
And to be fair, that might be because they're trying to get more people interested in stuff like that. But ultimately, learning this stuff, and if you learn it well, you're gonna find ways to make money out of it, right?
For
So
sure.
it's not like it's just good for them.
Hmm.
Ultimately, it's good for you too.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Oh yeah, GCP just doesn't seem worth the time, at least when starting out." I mean, if you go strictly by like market share, that would make sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Azure is more friendly, definitely than AWS. Learned for a few reasons, including what Forrest tweeted about. I think you're referring to like how AWS doesn't have any like safeguards for like accounts and stuff like that, like new people. I think that's what this person is referring to because I
Hmm.
remember Forrest tweeted something about that went like viral. Um, I really like the climate aspect. I hope more providers get involved in that stuff. Yeah, it's important. I probably missed like a bunch of like, oh, here's one. The Cloud Resume Challenge is a great recommendation. I have completed. I feel bad that I left a week before that ended,
Hmm.
but I just knew for like my own sanity, like I needed to be able to have some time off before starting
For sure.
the new gig. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just had to. But I feel like a bunch of people did that, and I think out of all like the Cloud Guru challenges, it was probably like the most popular one or one of the more popular ones.
Hmm.
But what's cool is like I'm gonna be able to do that on my own now. Or like maybe you and I can like start hosting projects like this, not monthly because it's a lot of work,
Oh
but
yeah.
maybe we'll do like a quarterly one and then we'll or something like
For
that.
sure.
That would be
Always
cool.
down for that. Yep.
I like how I did see like complete beginners like get hands on
Hmm.
and like struggle and but like like the Discord itself, like you would see people like figure
Oh
stuff
yeah.
out. That was amazing. And just like providing more of these projects so people can actually get hands on and like
Yeah.
get stuff on their GitHub. Yeah, it's awesome. Would you would you be sharing the questions? No. No. You sign an NDA
Hmm.
before you're allowed to interview. You have to sign an NDA that says you're not allowed to speak on the content of like in this. You can give like things like very general things like yeah, it was a couple of interviews, it was this long,
Yeah.
but you can't say like they asked me what's a stack.
Hmm.
They asked me to code I don't know, something, right? You can't say the specifics. Um I'm sure people probably shared it, but I'm not gonna do that. Um uh uh, uh will you still endorse? Yeah, I'll still endorse it. If but like so it says this is the thing. Post post it on social media, but make sure to tag me. If not, I'm not gonna see it. So make sure to tag me and I'll share it. I might do like a YouTube video doing like a compilation of all of them, like going through a bunch of them. That'd be great too.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'll endorse you on LinkedIn. Everything, anything I can do to support you, I'll absolutely do it. But you have to tag me because I won't see it. I think I might have skipped some. I don't know. No. Hold on. Sorry. No. Yeah, you have to still do all that ACG stuff. But since I'm no longer part of ACG, like in order for me to like share your stuff and see your stuff, like you'll have to tag me. But definitely do all the ACG stuff. I don't want to take away from. I don't want to take away from. Can you imagine that? I just like no, this challenge is mine now. That would be crazy. Sorry I'm late, but congratulations. It's kind of late right now. You're on Eastern time, right? So it's like 10 o'clock for you.
Yeah.
Are you still doing on-call shifts?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. The, for I think for the past 40 days, I think I talked to you about this. It's been crazy. I can't talk about what's happening, but yeah, lot of on-call stuff going on.
so are you still doing like sort of like double role like tasks in
Mm-hmm.
each?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are you liking DevOps though?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not totally into it right now, so
Hmm.
so far it still looks like the grass is greener on the other side, but I'll see when I'm in it. Oh, completely. Um, but yeah, it's good. The only part I am excited about is not being on call. So
When
that'll
you
give me like a
fully
work.
move into DevOps,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
how's your Zoom what's it called? clone going?
So the V2, I pushed it out. It was in production, and so I was using Peer.js
Mhm.
for peer-to-peer connection, and something in that like got updated, and it like everything is broken now. So I have to like take out some time to debug what's happening.
Yeah.
The V1 still works, so I like roll back to V1, which was not that great.
Mhm.
Because V2 was exactly like how Zoom is. And yeah, I was totally invested in it at first. But yeah, due to the on-call stuff, I don't have much time now. And then I also have the certification exams for which I have to study. So
Here's a question that you can answer. That's such a general question.
for if you're starting out, you don't need anything. Like I know Gwen for sure was in help desk. I was in help desk too. I didn't
Mhm.
had any prior experience doing software development or coding or programming.
Yeah, nothing.
Um, I
Besides like hello world tutorials in like every language.
exactly, especially in JavaScript and
Yeah.
Python, right?
Yeah.
If you're on Twitter, but yeah, then eventually you learn about like infrastructure as code, so you start getting into it. But that's not like software development. It's basically you write code to deploy your infrastructure.
Mhm.
Um, and for AWS, it's CloudFormation, which is in YAML or JSON, and then Azure has its own ARM or ARM templates, or you can get into Terraform, which is really cool, which is cloud agnostic. So
I still have never done any Terraform. It's one of those things that I like. I'm always like, oh, today I'm gonna spend some time just looking into it.
mhm.
I've never done any of it. I I feel like such a phony, but yeah, I've never. It's always just been ARM, um,
Yeah.
or like the CLI kind of
Mhm.
stuff, or just clicking around. Honestly, you'd be surprised how many people still just like click around and in the portal. But one thing I will say is you can be well into your cloud career, like multiple years, and never have to code
Mhm.
more than like infrastructure as code kind of stuff. Um, it really depends on the area that you're going to be in.
And it also
Uh,
depends on the company, I'm guessing.
the team, the size of the company, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like think like cloud admins, it's probably just infrastructure as code, right?
Hmm.
Besides that, I can't. Maybe
Probably
some
some
commands,
scripting.
like
Yeah.
some PowerShell stuff, maybe some
Some scripting skills.
yeah, scripting stuff. But if you're like a cloud dev,
Hmm.
and then you're probably gonna need to know like
Yeah.
all your stuff, like your ifs, your fors,
Hmm.
your all that kind of stuff.
And you'll be more involved like with the dev team at that company if you're in cloud dev.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Oh, Anna's also someone who supported me for a while,
Hmm.
so very big thank you. Um, Azure has a load of low no code, so maybe depending on the role. Ah, that's a good
Hmm.
call out there. Use I'm a big fan of using low code and no code services because that means I don't have to like do the extra work. So whenever I can, I'll like use like logic apps, but I know there's like a lot more of stuff now with
Hmm.
like the Power Platform.
Yep.
I haven't checked out. But yeah, my husband is a senior, so next cert we are studying for is Azure. Nice.
Awesome.
I want to. I was thinking like maybe I should, since I have about like I have some weeks off before. So like
Cool.
I should spend the time studying for something. But
Hmm.
then I wake up and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna play like video games and like do nothing.
No, you should totally play video games.
Like just do
Take a
nothing.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like such a kind of like a waste
if you're not doing
You're
something.
not doing something, right?
This is the hustle culture we were talking about, right?
Yeah, we
It's
were
like,
talking about this last time.
yeah, it's like you kind of feel guilty because you're trying to relax, but then you realize like you're not doing anything.
Yeah, that you shouldn't be relaxing.
And yeah, I just think, yeah, I don't want to get into it because then I like feel so guilty,
Yeah, I don't.
and then I burn out.
I think this past month since I haven't uploaded any YouTube videos at all, like
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think I was burnt out, but it's like also once you get off that like routine of doing things, of creating, it's so hard to get back on. So for like the
Definitely.
past week, I've been wanting to like do a new video, but I'm like, I don't know like what am I gonna talk about, all that kind of stuff.
Here's
So
one.
no.
Do a tech or what's in your backpack stuff.
Yeah, I like the ones that you do. They're so casual. It's like, oh, here, I got this. I got the swag.
Yeah,
How did you get? I was gonna ask you, how did you get System 76 swag?
Cosmic. So when they came out with Cosmic Update as a beta,
Oh, you signed up to be like a
user
tester.
study. Yeah.
Ah,
And the only thing you had to do is you had to use it as your main operating system for 18 to 20 days, but you had to log every detail and like
Mhm.
every experiences.
yeah,
Which thanks to you, I used like good notes.
nice.
And like the lady that I was talking to at System 76, she's like, so how did you take your notes? Like, did you scan it? Because those are handwritten. I'm like, no, it's an app. And I just like created a PDF and gave it to you.
Nice.
But yeah, at the end, like I had a really good experience, and they were really good. And they said, hey, by the way, we are sending some stuff out. We need your address. We won't like dox you or stuff. If you're okay sharing it, I'm like, sure. So I thought it would be like stickers. I was only thinking of stickers because
yeah.
that's the most common thing I've like ever, like every company gives out.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was nice to see like a huge box and a mug, a t-shirt.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you got some cool stuff. Did you
yeah,
see? Did you see their keyboard that they just launched?
yeah. I don't know. I've kind of mixed feelings about it, just
Yeah,
based on the price.
The price is it's what if it was like it's like 250, right? I think it's 250 or 299. Let me double check.
I thought it's 289. Yeah, 290. If you
290. If it was like the tops I would pay for keyboards maybe like 199. May like I have to be like super excited for it for 199. But like it's just too I think it might be worth it just because supporting what they stand for.
for
That's
sure.
amazing. But I don't know that much. It's like it looks cool though. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool.
Oh, definitely. It looks like I was talking to my colleague and he's like, oh, this is all because he's really into mechanical keyboards.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, he loves them and he has built some custom ones.
Cool.
But yeah, he's like, this is expensive.
Oh, he said that?
He said that. And
So
because he has been a huge fan of like I think Keychron. Keychron is a company, right?
Mhm.
I think
I
I'm
thought did
saying
you
it
get
right.
one of those?
No. I'm still using my Logitech G, I don't know,
G something. All right. Yeah.
213. It's not a mechanical.
Yeah.
It's called mecha membrane. So they're membrane switches, but they feel like they're mechanical. So they're not so loud.
Yeah, I can't deal with the sound.
Yeah. I'm going to make a video, like a 20-second video about mechanical keyboards. I'll post it on YouTube.
Cool.
Should be funny.
Here's someone said something about
working on something with time off.
how many months did you spend for your Azure certificate? I only have one Azure certification, and it's AZ900, and I didn't study at all for it. But at that point, I had like maybe 2 years of experience with Azure, so I don't really have an opinion here.
So if you're starting out, and I would suggest that go with AZ900 as your first certificate. and kind of make a roadmap of where you want to go with certificates. Because yeah, don't be like me. I wasted a lot of time going sideways because I did AZ 900 and then did AI 900, and I don't do anything with AI. And then I did DP 900 and I don't do anything with data. I could have gone like to AZ 104. So make a like start with AZ 900, plan out what your end goal is. So like if your end goal is getting into DevOps and you want to go for the DevOps expert or DevOps engineer expert, like go with AZ 900, AZ 104, and then DevOps. For AZ 900, if you're completely new to Azure, like sign up for the free account, spend like a month um, with Azure and its services, because Azure certifications, they're like really broad.
Especially at that level.
At the fundamentals level, it's all about services and what you should use to get X results or Y results. And then, yeah, but if like Gwen said, she already been working with Azure for 2 years, she didn't prepare for it all, and I think you should be fine if you're already in there. But yeah, as you progress, like AZ 104, I kind of took 4 weeks to prepare for it. But then again, I've been working with Azure for the past 7 months, which plays a huge role because I work 8 hours a day. So at least out of those 8 hours, 2 hours or 3 hours are spent in Azure. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think, yeah, a month, if you're brand new, I think a month if you go in there maybe every day, I think that's doable.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find your YouTube channel.
Oh,
What's the URL? I have so many subscriptions, I have to like go through all of them.
/C/Rishab Kumar 7.
Rishab Kumar. So. Here we go. I'm gonna put it in here.
Oh, I see. Someone
Here,
asked about
I
it.
put it on a banner.
Awesome.
Cool. Here's just found your channel today and now you're live, just subbed. Oh, cool. Thank you
Awesome.
for subbing. I want to hit 10K. I want to hit 10K by my birthday, which is June 10th. But that's not gonna happen because that's in like 2 weeks. So I want to hit 10K by, I don't know, July or something like that.
Let's go for June.
June is like next week.
Yep. Let's tweet. Let's tweet. Let's get everybody on.
Everyone in the chat, go tell 5 people to sub to my channel, and then I want to get to 10K. But yeah, all right. So that's your channel. When I look at job postings for cloud and other IT related, mostly want people with bachelor's degrees and sometimes other experience that is not realistic or necessary. They put that. They'll apply if you feel, if you're interested and you feel like you're qualified, apply. Everything out there says that you need. Most of them say you need a degree. Like even some help desk ones. I remember the help desk one that I applied. It said degree like preferred or something like that. I still applied. The sysadmin role that I eventually landed said degree preferred, but I still applied. They just say that to like maybe they try to weed out people or something like that. I don't understand it, but
yeah,
not necessarily.
The new trend that I'm seeing, I think I saw it on one of the Microsoft job post and the Google job post, is now they're mentioning either you have a bachelor's degree or you have X amount of experience in a kind of similar role, which is even better, just rather than just putting, oh, you need a bachelor's degree to apply. But like, to Gwen's point, yeah, just go ahead and apply if you think you'll be a great fit for that role and that if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, go for it. Like, what are they gonna say? Just not call you back? All right.
Yeah.
So then you're at the same place where you were before you applied. We got to get better at that. Like requiring degrees, but that's gonna be like a lifelong battle for me. But anyway, I'm trying to see. feel like we might have missed some, but Jeremy says outside of fundamentals require some actual experience in different disciplines. AC104 is
Hmm.
heavy in networking and OS administration.
Yeah,
I want to take the 204. That one seems fun.
it does. I was trying to cancel my get 204, but then I would be voiding my Ignite voucher, and I didn't want to do that.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, 104, like I thought it would be more like, and people say this, it's more like solutions architect. No, it's not.
no, no,
No, hell no.
definitely not.
Yeah, it's like to Jeremy's point. Yeah, it it is heavy on every aspect of Azure, either virtual or VNets and stuff. So networking, OS administration, and then you need to know all of the storage stuff that they're doing with file share, blob storage, containers. You need to know some of AKS too.
For 104. I I
Yeah.
think I think people say that 104 is solutions architect ish because they compare the AWS associate level ones to the
Hmm.
Microsoft ones, and that's just not the case. Because in
Yeah.
AWS you have like dev associate, sysops, and then the solutions architect.
Yeah. I would
Right?
say it's a mix of solutions architect and sysops. That is possible. But again, like
Yeah,
Azure
that's fair.
certificates, yeah, are in general, I think, so far with my experience, is they're more broader. They test you on more services.
Do you think they're harder, or does it depend certification, like per
um
certification?
Harder is also like a relatable term, right? I've been
True.
working with AWS for 3 years now, so it might seem harder for me to
Yeah,
go
I
with
guess
Azure.
that's
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true.
yeah. But yeah, I find it harder because I don't know. That's what I have posted is
What impulse to get any certification? I don't understand that question.
me neither.
I want to take it 204 as well. I couldn't take it with my Ignite voucher. The only eligible exams were fundamentals and
Mhm.
104. Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe they're trying to push those.
I don't know. I think that was so. This involved like the cloud skills challenge and stuff.
Uh,
So the only paths I think in the Ignite that was last year in fall, it only included like the fundamental paths and the AZ104 Microsoft Learn path. So if you complete those, you'll be only eligible for the path that was associated to it.
mm,
Um, but yeah,
here's a. I work for Amazon, but on the operations side, I plan on going over fundamental certs first. What would you recommend after that? After fundamentals, you want to move into op. Wait, what do you want to move into?
operation side.
I work for
Oh,
Amazon on the
sorry.
operations side. Can you tell me what you'd like to move into? But I want to say if you had to pick between all of the associate level AWS certifications, I think your best bang for your buck is the dev associate. I think so in terms of like the services that are covered there, or maybe the sysops. I don't know. The dev one was fun for me.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, if you're living and breathing in Amazon or like AWS, yeah, go for Dev Associate because, like for a fact, I know when I sat Dev Associate, it has code commit, code pipeline, and all of that stuff, which we don't use,
Mhm.
at least at my company. So I had to learn those. It's not hard, but still, like, it's just some extra topics that you need to learn. Whereas with Solutions Architect and SysOps, it was like really there was a lot of coverage. So if you
Mhm.
did solutions architect, a lot was covered in sysops already. And there was only like some topics that you need to know apart from solutions architect. But yeah, no, yeah, as I said, like plan out where you want to go, where you're headed, and then pick like the right cert
Yeah, they were looking at dev. Yeah, then what do they call it? Certified cloud practitioner.
practitioner, and
I know they
then
don't want you to call it CCP.
No.
So don't go CC, but get that one and then go for like your dev associate and do a lot of projects. The dev one is, I think, the one that has the most hands-on friendly services. Like you can get a lot of stuff in your GitHub,
Definitely.
um, with like building projects related to those services.
Hmm.
Hold on. I took an instructor letter for 104, 204, 302, 204 was fun, but language specific stuff was tough. Being a JavaScript dev rather than C#. There were some questions with code examples I didn't know. I didn't know the 204 had language specific things.
No idea.
I didn't know that. The keyword on these job postings is or. As long as you see or, never be discouraged from applying. Honestly, the role right now said said required, right?
Yeah.
The role that I landed said technical degree required. It said
It
something
said
like
bachelor's degree
bachelor's
required.
degree required, and then it said something like technical or preferred, something like that. So they preferred
Yeah.
you to have a technical, but you need a degree. I dropped out of college after a semester and a half, and everything else is self-taught.
Hmm.
So I'm telling you to apply to these jobs. They're just doing that, and maybe they're no. Take it as a test to you. In a way, it's like, yeah, I don't have a degree, but I know my stuff. And if you do land an interview, go in there confident. Don't try to lie. Just own it, right? All right, so here we go. What motivates you to have a certification? I don't know. I guess for Rishab, he's like addicted to them.
Yeah.
For me, the first one I got, the AWS one, I got because I didn't back when I got that one. There wasn't a lot of content like there is now for cloud stuff, so it was like the easiest way to learn and have sort of like a learning path.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, like getting them and having like that little accomplishment in the badge is kind of cool, but you don't need to have like every single one or be taking them every week or anything like that.
Oh no.
But they
Yeah.
do help. I'm not gonna lie, they do help.
They do. They especially. I know there'll be some people who hate LinkedIn, but it does catch a lot of attention of recruiters.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, don't, like I said, don't do what I have done. Don't get everyone out like that is out there. Make sure you have a goal and like a roadmap. So if I could go back and the time I have wasted on some which I don't even need, I would like focus more towards like getting AZ104 and then AZ400, which is the DevOps expert, which I'm doing right now. I would have that cert like 5 months ago. But yeah, for me, the motivation is I collect them like Pokemons. So
you gotta have
I want every one of them.
all of them. Yeah, I think there's nothing. I think the way you approach it, there's nothing wrong because you actually know this stuff and you learn. And like, you're not just like memorizing or using exam dumps.
Yep.
So there's a benefit to that too.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you about. I don't know if you want to talk about this, but about that role you told me about.
For sure. Yeah.
Did you think about it more? Look, gotta catch them all.
Yeah. No, I did think about it. I'm still in talks with them. So I postponed some stuff for second week of June because I'm moving places and that's why you see all these boxes behind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's stressful if you have like
moving.
Oh yeah, I've been living at this place for almost 4 years.
So it's like a home.
Yeah. And this is like, this is my go-to home when I'm in Canada. So
yeah.
It'll be hard. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I had that I need to box.
Absolutely.
But yeah, after that, I'm probably gonna have some few more calls with them and see how things go.
I saw when I after we got off that call, I looked up the company and the role,
Mhm.
and I saw and I looked at it and I was like, this is cool. Like the stuff that you would potentially be like,
Yeah,
creating content about.
for sure.
It's I feel I have like a little bit of like FOMO because I feel like it, like you said, it's like the next big thing. Like I feel like cloud was like it's still here. It's still very
Yeah.
much so much potential, but like that hype and that wave of cloud, I feel was like maybe like 3-4 years ago,
Mhm.
and now like this stuff that you guys should, like you potentially could be working with. It's it's so cool. It's
It
just so
is.
cool. Yeah.
It is. And yeah, that's like I am kind of confused because I don't want to miss an opportunity because it's still kind of early.
Yeah.
Like we're still not there, but it still is a chance to be the early adopter of it, right?
Yeah. Of
An early
course.
contributor of it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll
What
keep you posted.
what I think is like if say you start learning that stuff now,
Hmm.
and then as soon as the industry catches on, so what, like 3-4 years, like
Hmm.
think of what your skill set will be then, and you're that much ahead of everyone else, right?
Exactly.
That I think that is just like a crazy thing
Yeah.
to think about. But yeah, that's cool. Here's a question for you: when are you coming back to India?
Oh, I was in India for 3 months. From just came back this February, so no plans right now to go back. And yeah, I kind of feel like things are really bad right now in India,
Yeah.
in regards to COVID. So yeah, be safe out there. And yeah, just take care of yourself and your families too. Like I talk to my parents every day, and it's horrible.
Yeah, I think it's so easy, especially here in the States. It's so easy. Like a lot of most people I think are vaccinated.
Mhm.
It's so easy to forget like how different this everything is outside of here. Like I don't talk too much with like my family in Ecuador. But when I do hear about them, it's just like it's complete chaos.
Yeah.
Complete chaos.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, I think we got through all of them. It's getting kind of late. What time is it? Yeah. All right, people, get your final questions in. We're gonna hop off in a couple of minutes. We got to do another one of these with Michael because he can talk about the AWS end, like
Hmm.
him landing
Hmm.
and doing this.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna announce it on the stream.
No, no. So I had planned to like share all my stuff today, and then I saw him coincidentally shared like an hour before I did. I
Yeah.
was like, cool. But I'm sure he's like, ecstatic and like talking to people and stuff like that. So I didn't want to like reach out to him. But maybe
Hmm.
I'll ask him for like next week.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we
for
can
sure.
talk about
No,
that.
yeah, I meant like yeah, we were talking about it with him.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
think
awesome.
what had happened is, yeah, we were like, yeah, we'll do it next week. And I
Hmm.
think we said that like 3 weeks ago. But like stuff wasn't necessarily definite then.
Yeah.
So we had to wait. Hold on. All right, a few more here. Why should do certifications if I have experience in cloud stuff? You don't need to do
Nope.
certifications. It's not like a requirement. It's like it's mainly for you, right? If you feel like you could learn by getting one, or maybe you can challenge yourself by getting one, whatever it is, then get one.
Hmm.
If you feel like you're not going to benefit from it, then don't get one. You absolutely don't have to. There's plenty of people who are in the field who don't have any, right? Is it too late to complete the AC? I mean, it ends. I think for you to be eligible to get endorsed, you and LinkedIn and uh like participate in like a giveaway for swag, you have to get it done by May 31st, which is Monday.
Yeah.
So is it
So
too late? I don't know. If you grind these couple of days, you should be able to.
yeah.
Love to see some hands-on projects from you guys in YouTube. Maybe 1 6 months if you guys. Yeah, we should do something. I'm thinking. So this Azure one that I did was like pretty broad, but pretty simple.
Hmm.
Um, I just don't know which area to like focus on. I do want to do like maybe like some serverless CRUD stuff. That
Hmm.
would be cool. Maybe something with like what's it? Azure. Damn it, what's the name
Bicep.
of? No. The
Okay.
new AWS Azure's version of Amplify. Crap.
Oh, the
They
app
just
service,
yeah,
static web apps.
static web apps. I would
Yeah.
want to do something with that. Like yes, you could do serverless CRUD because your backend would be Azure Functions. Some stuff, maybe something like that. That'd be great. But
I have a really
also,
cool idea right now. I'm gonna write it down for it.
okay, cool. We could do something like that,
Yeah.
like a community project, like a challenge there,
Hmm.
or some infrastructure as code stuff too. That might be cool.
Yep.
Um, yeah, we'll have to think about this.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Someone said, "Would you get the 15 Azure certifications?" No. Are you planning on getting all of them?
No. So the next one I'm getting is AZ400, which is end of June, and that's the last Azure certificate for now, for this year at least.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I had this weird thought lately when I was looking back on amount of certifications I have done, even though I was like on a 3 month or 4 month break when I was in India, is did like 11 certificates in last 12 months, which was crazy.
Jeez.
So yeah, and my girlfriend is saying like you're going crazy, just stop now, to focus on some other stuff too, right? So
I want to build something. I want to build like this. I have this domain. It's what in the cloud. No, it's what in the dot cloud, and I wanted to build a glossary, so that way you can go to like what in the dot cloud slash load balancer slash
awesome idea.
something like that, right? And it'd just be like a simple cloud glossary, but the explanations aren't very technical. It's very
Yeah.
like
So
human
beginner
speak.
friendly. So if someone decides to jump into cloud, they know what
Yeah,
is a senior dev talking about when they say load balancer in a meeting,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's what I wanted to, and I wanted to use. Maybe this will be the challenge or whatever. But I wanted to use static web apps for that. But I had this idea way when web apps was still in preview. So
yeah.
now it's got to be like way better.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I wanted to build that out. Maybe we could like do something around that or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I have something similar. Like I don't know. I was not going to talk about this until like next week, but you already saw the podcast stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah. Yeah.
built, but I haven't released anything.
Yeah.
So that is kind of focused towards basic cloud computing concepts,
Mhm.
and it'll be completely cloud agnostic. So just some basic concepts so beginners can kind of enter the cloud space,
Yeah.
but in a podcast style. Um, there's a podcast called Hacked, and they do this with like cybersecurity stuff that's happening around the world.
Hmm.
Their approach is so like, I don't know. Like I'm not an expert in cybersecurity, so
Hmm.
I still understand their stuff really well because they
Yeah.
like dumb it down so much. Oh, that's not the right word, but you get the point.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that would be awesome. Um,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to think. Now it's like because now I can like have free range to pretty much do what
mhm.
I want. And I'm not. I don't have to worry about like non compete or stuff like that. I'm like now I want to do everything. I want to start a podcast too, but then I'm like, oh, do I want to go all in my channel or do I want to go like do the podcast too? Then it's like there's
Do
gonna
a
be a lot.
podcast on YouTube. This is podcast, basically what we are doing.
Yeah, this
It
is a
is,
This is a podcast. That's true.
right?
That is true. I would just have
So
to like extract the audio and put it on somewhere.
exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
So just record it, convert it from like an MP4 to MP3 file, and just
Just put it
post.
on.
I've seen a lot of people doing that. So
Yeah, I do want to do that. And eventually once I'm in New York City, I can have because like New York City is like everyone eventually goes there to like visit or like especially if you're in tech for like a convention or something. Like
for sure.
once the pandemic's done. and I'm hopefully we'll have like somewhere there where I can record like in person with people. That'd
Oh
be
yeah, that
so
would be
cool. Oh
cool.
my
That would be
goodness.
cool.
So cool. Yeah, I have a lot of plans now. It's like just getting started kind of thing.
Yeah,
All right. Anyway, let's get off. We've been on for long. It's
for sure.
almost like 10:30.
An hour.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll plan for something like next week maybe. We'll see if Michael or Alf wants to join.
for sure.
But yeah, everyone. Thanks for joining. That's it. That's all I got. See you in the next one. Bye.